gonna love this here, President Cosby, and then I'm done. I know what they wonder. What else can we do to them? We have tried it all. Nothing seems to work. Enslaved for 100 years, that didn't break them. Black codes, that didn't break them. Jim Crow, that didn't break them. Lynchings, that didn't break them. Mass incarceration, that didn't break them. What manner of people is this? We have tried everything, and still they rise. We have committed every possible atrocity we can think of, and still they rise. We have disenfranchised them, and still they rise. Made it illegal for them to read. They went on to be the presidents of HBCUs. Still they rise. We redlined them, and still they rise. We placed them in food deserts, and still they rise. We dropped crack in their communities, and still they rise. We divided up their families, and still they rise. We denied them adequate health care, and still they rise. Denied them reparations, and still they rise. We broke down their institutions, and still they rise. How? How is it possible that they are still standing?
Start off by saying that I feel really weird doing this video, but I have to because last night God came to me, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And I remembered it's like I remembered everything as God was explaining this to me. So God explained to me that Black people are the chosen people. Why? Because Black people have had to stand up to authorities more than anyone. And if you think about what that means, standing up to authorities isn't really fighting them. It's telling them, hey, like, you're not treating me right. You're not above me, right? It's another way of saying God created all of us equally. And that's the truth. If you think about it, the government authorities, they're not above you. They're just playing a role. They're wearing a costume. But true freedom, which is what we were created with, is such that everyone is on an equal playing field. If you removed the systems, the government, we're all equal. No one is above you. No one is below you. And so that's why Black people are the chosen people, because they've had to do that more than anyone. And what else was I shown? Man, there was so much, you guys. But they showed me why Black people love Jesus is because Jesus doesn't need praise. Jesus just came as a messenger, as God, to tell people that Black people are the chosen people. Basically, Jesus came here to tell the people. He didn't want any credit. He just wanted to tell people Black people are the chosen people. So, yeah, I remembered all of this last night, and it was a lot. But that's what's happening today. Sorry, there's one more thing that God told me last night that I almost forgot. God told me that Jesus's soul is like black. It's like a Black person, because Jesus stands up to authorities too. And so the soul of Black people and the soul of Jesus is the same. And so Jesus comes as a messenger to tell the people, trust me, I don't know why I'm the one getting this information, but Jesus comes to tell the people that Black people are the chosen ones. That their soul is the closest thing to God, because God wants people to know that they're free, that that's their birthright, that your birthright is to stand up to authorities and be like, hey, you're not above me. We're brothers. Like, we're the same. We're equals. So yeah, that's all.
Black people will rise no matter what. Black people will rise no matter the circumstances surrounding them. Black people will rise no matter what they have been through. Like, Black people, Black Americans are people that have seen that they are strong. Like, their situation cannot even wait in them. Anyways, hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's Sonia, and I'm back again with another mind-blowing video. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are fine. Hope you guys are good. If this is the first time tuning in, do it, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share. So I came across all of these video clips where a lot of persons have reasons why Black people, especially the whites, they have reasons why they know that Black people are strong and they will continue to. And I'm like, okay, let me just share with you guys, because me personally, I know that these Black people are fighters. But let me not put so much words in here. I'll just go ahead and roll out the clips I have for you guys. Then I'll come back with commentaries. Every videos we stitch, credit belongs to the original creator. And yes, let's dive right into this. So if you're a Black person watching, just know that you are loved. Anyways, subscribe. Thank you so much for 90 something subscribers. I'm grateful. Hopefully we get to 1,000 soon. Let's go there, guys.
I want to try and explain to you all what's going on. White people. This is for white people. I want to try and get through to you and make you understand, because a lot of these pieces didn't click till I was 50 years old, because they've been so diabolical. The powers that be have been so diabolical that you can't overtly see what they've been doing. It's all been done under the guise of this, that, and the next, in the guise of capitalism. Now here's the thing. When I didn't realize, my grandpa used to tell me I could have went to college, but I couldn't afford the books. Well, in 1964, the Civil Rights Movement, black people were allowed to go to college now. So they started going to college, and it was free. But the white supremacists said, oh no, they can't have college. And that's why you have big ass student loans now, because they couldn't let black people go to college. Do you see? Under the guise of capitalism. Are you angry yet? Go look up your student loan, how much you owe. All right? It's because they couldn't let black people go to for free. So now we all gotta suffer. When they take it from one person, they take it from everybody. Do you remember the racial profiling since the inception of the police? How they racially profiled black people? Yeah, they did that because a felony means that the black people can't vote. They were robbing these people of their voting rights. And look what they're doing to women today with the SAVE Act, trying to eliminate our voting rights. Do you see how that correlates between it happens to black people, it's going to happen to you too? So this is what they don't want you to realize, and that's why I said it's diabolical. They've been so sneaky, and the deception is deeply, like, you have to go down rabbit holes to try and figure out that this is why they did this. Everything is against black people, but then it's against us too. Do you know Medicare, 20% that has to be paid? Do you know why? Because they didn't want black people having it. They figured they wouldn't use the Medicare because you had to pay 20% to use it. So black people wouldn't use it, so let's tag on 20%. It used to be free. Medicare used to be free. Could you imagine that? Now my hospital emergency room visit is $90 because they were racist. Do you see the correlation that I'm trying to tell you? It's not all these laws that are passing. It's white supremacist KKK members that got into the churches, and somebody had the idea to start the abortion thing. And they said, that's how we're going to get church people to start voting for Republicans. And they brainwashed everybody. Go look it up.
So I was raised that black people were God's favorite and they were the superior race. And it was interesting to be raised with that mentality, because I think it's different than a lot of how other white people were raised. And I do believe that if more people were raised this way, the world would be a little bit better of a place, and maybe we can get along a little bit nicer together. Obviously, there's pros and cons to everything. So I would love to discuss the pros and cons of what it was like to be raised with this mentality, as well as like what you think about it and what you think we should do going forward to raise the next generation of children who are carrying the future for us. So how this mentality came about, I was really quizzical and curious as a child and very outspoken. It's interesting to look back now that we're in this ginger talk right now. I'm kind of reliving a few of the silly little traumas that we face as gingers. And I noticed that I was more outspoken between the ages of 0 and 8. And once I started getting really made fun of as a ginger, I kind of lost my voice and I wasn't as brave or outspoken, and I was shy and timid. So it's kind of interesting to have that realization now, so many years later. Anyway, back to the important topic here. The way that this mentality was brought onto me was, as I said, I was very outspoken, and I was quizzical and curious as a child. So before the age of 6, I asked my mom, why do we call them black people when they're more different shades of brown? And I asked her, why do people treat them differently or call them names? Like, what does this mean? Why is this happening? And how do you explain race and racism to a child that is under the age of 6 in a way that they can understand? Because obviously they're not going to be able to comprehend or grasp the entirety of the depth of what racism really truly is. So how do you explain that to a child? She knew that I loved my brownies and my cookies baked a little bit longer than you're supposed to, because the crispy edge of the brownie was always my favorite. And I loved when the chocolate chip cookie was a little bit crispy on the outside and a little gooey on the inside. And that was the perfect way to bake the cookies and bake the brownies. So she used that analogy. And yes, it sounds crazy, but as a 4-year-old child, it made perfect sense. And she used that analogy and she said, you know how you like your cookies and your brownies baked a little bit extra. That's kind of what God did with Black people. He took more time and more love into creating Black people. And that's why they're a little bit darker than you. He just baked them a little bit longer. That's how she described race to me. And she said that anybody who talks badly about them or is mean to them is just jealous. So right away, I was kind of just like completely infatuated and just in awe of Black people, because I'm like, oh my gosh, what is it like to be God's favorite? What is it like to, just be loved a little bit more from God? Like, I just thought it was incredible and amazing. And so I always just gravitated towards Black people because I was like, oh my God, like they're so lucky. Do they know how lucky they are? Like, how cool is it that God spent a little bit more time on them? I was fascinated by it. And
Be like personally, Black Americans are people that have gone through a lot in the hands of every single person, starting from the hands of Africans, you understand. And I'm not saying this because I want to be biased, right? I'm also an African lady, but I've been looking, I've been watching, I've been doing research, and I've seen that these people has really gone through a lot in the hands of every single person. You can hear for one of the one video I uploaded earlier today, where I said Black people actually they want apology. They want people to actually apologize to them. They want Africans to apologize to them. And if you watch that video clip, a lot of Africans are coming out to be like, yeah, we owe them an apology. You understand? See, if you're a Black woman watching this, just know that you are strong. Not only a Black woman, right? A Black man, Black woman watching this, just know that you're strong, you're special. Like, these people, these white people admires you. They admires your strength. They admires every single thing that is concerning you. What do you think about this video? Let me know your opinion. Let me not blab too much. I'll go ahead and roll out the other clips that I have for you guys. Then we will know if Black people will not rise no matter what. Let's go there, guys.
So I'm gonna pull in close when I say this. It's not our rebellion that scares white America. Nope. It's something far more powerful. Now, Dr. Martin Luther King said in his 1967 speech, "Where do we go from here?" White America fears Black solidarity more than Black rebellion, because unity threatens the whole system of control. A rebellion, they can police it. That's why they want us out in the streets. They can contain it. They can spin the narrative like they usually do. But solidarity, unity, that shakes the entire foundation of this country. That's why they can tolerate a little Black joy, not too much. But what they absolutely, positively cannot have is us coming together. And baby, when I say Black love is a superpower, I mean it. And it's a hill I'm willing to die on. Black men want Black women. Black women want Black men. Same sex Black couples too. But baby, the propaganda is strong. And it's strong for a reason. Commercials, movie storylines, athletes, entertainers, all of it, carefully crafted to disrupt our bonds. Did y'all hear Kendrick Lamar when he said, turn the TV off, turn the TV off? We have to stop believing the hype. Baby, they know. And they're praying and hoping we don't figure that thing out. Because Black partnership, Black unity, it starts at home. And when the home is strong, the community is strong. That's why the attack on the Black family never stopped. They keep pushing gender wars, pitting us against each other. Because they know if we ever unify fully, baby, game over. And y'all, this is bigger than romantic relationships. That's just the start. This is about our very survival. It's time to start seeing through the propaganda, cut through the noise, get back together, hell, and turn the damn TV off. Because the real revolution, it ain't a rebellion or a protest. It's us standing together, loving together, and changing the whole game. Happy Black History 365.
Black people have superpowers. Let me tell you why. Think about it, yeah. If life is a game, then being Black is like the highest level, like your game, like the player of the game, like the highest form of the creation of the hilly-pillification. Like, it just, if you think about it, yeah, being Black, yeah, in any industry, whether it's rapping, football, being an athlete, influencing, modeling, whatever it is, they're just winning. They take everyone's gal, they got beautiful skin, they can eat anything, and like, it's their genes, it's their DNA. Like, they're just winning. I just, like, it's not fair, but like, it's fair because it makes sense. Like, if reincarnation is real, I can't lie to you. I'm gonna be like, yo, this time I wanna be Black. Like, when I incarnate again, like, I wanna feel what it feels like.
It's talking about how there's a race war coming. He's called me whitewashed. He's talking about how, yeah, there are issues within the Black community, but there are also issues with racist attacks on us. And I want y'all to understand that the oppressed black mind is experiencing a level of paranoia that is training itself to sabotage itself and all of its surroundings. Y'all just don't know how demonic spirits work. Okay? Your minds and your psyches and your spirits have been so broken, so destroyed systematically that you see the world through a very hurt, broken perspective. Your paradigm is skewed. The race war that you all just know is going to happen will be initiated from you all. These white people don't care that much about us. At this point, they really just want to not be bothered by our weirdness and by our brokenness. It does not matter how we got here. The point is that we're here now, and we are broken, and we are paranoid, and our violence is out of control, and we want to be convinced that it's still the white people doing it. It hasn't been the white people doing it for decades now. Listen to the music. Watch our shows. Watch our movies. Observe our kids. Observe our family structures. Look around, y'all. I know tens, at least tens of black people who have been unalived. Ain't not one of them been unalived by a white person. I don't know one black person has been unalived by a white person. Every single one of them, including my 10-year-old student who I lost in a drive-by shooting, lost their life to another black person. We have internal issues that need to be resolved. The paranoia is going to make things far worse. The paranoia is already making things far worse. Y'all are bringing the issues to your front door. You all are creating these issues. This is an oppressed mind. It was systematically done. Yes, it was intentionally done. But now you all are perpetuating the issues. White people don't have to do anything anymore. We're doing it all. Okay? They're minding their business. And they really wish we would get it together because broken black people are ruining all of America. Okay? It's not just us. We're a small percentage of the country, but we have a huge impact on the country. A huge impact. And they really wish we would get it together because though we are such a small percentage, we have such a huge impact. It's annoying to them. Ain't nobody trying to break us.
So guys, what do you think about this particular video? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Because to be honest, if you check from the opinion of every single videos I've been able to stitch for you, you will know that black people, especially black American people, when I'm talking about black people, I mean black Americans, right? You will know that these people are strong people. You know that these people are nice people. Like these people are the kindest, if there's any word like that. Like they are very kind and accommodating. You understand? And I'm saying this from experience, right? So I feel like no matter what is going to break them down, no matter what is going to push them down, they will rise, they will stand, they will come out victorious, they will come out conqueror. You understand what I'm trying to say? Black Americans are people that every single person should love. And honestly, I don't see any reasons hating. I don't see any reason of race, debating of race and so on and so forth. Anyways, I have some other few clips for you guys. Let's go ahead, play out those clips for you guys, then I'll come back with commentaries. Okay.
Say the weird thing. People are desperately seeking realness.
Black Americans, descendants of those who survived the transatlantic slave trade, hold a unique spiritual, genetic, and historical position in this awakening. Their existence is proof of resilience against some of the most intense spiritual warfare ever waged on a people. But beyond survival, they are key activators in shifting the collective frequency. Carriers of the ancient codes, Black Americans are direct descendants of civilizations that held deep esoteric knowledge, Kemetic Egyptian wisdom, Dogon cosmic knowledge, the Ethiopian and Moorish mysteries, and indigenous West African spiritual systems. The forced displacement and oppression attempted to sever this knowledge, but it remains encoded in their DNA, waiting for reactivation. Many Black Americans are now experiencing spontaneous spiritual awakenings, past life recall, and ancestral visitations, signaling that these codes are coming online again. The alchemists and timeline healers. The Black American experience is a microcosm of Earth's trauma and potential rebirth. Enslavement, oppression, and systemic control mirror what humanity has been subjected to at a planetary level. But alchemy, the ability to transmute suffering into wisdom, creativity, and power, has been a defining trait of Black American culture. This alchemy is a crucial aspect of ascension, turning density into light. Through music, art, spirituality, and even movement, such as the Harlem Renaissance, civil rights, Afrofuturism, and now a mass spiritual awakening, Black Americans continuously bend reality and shape cultural consciousness on a global scale. Liberation frequency holders. The Hopi prophecies speak of the return of the red race, indigenous peoples, and the rise of those who were once oppressed as leaders of the new earth. Many indigenous traditions recognize Black Americans as part of this prophecy, as carriers of the liberation frequency. Their journey has been one of the external and internal enslavement. Their journey has been one of external and internal enslavement, and now they stand at the threshold of reclaiming their sovereignty. By doing so, they help to dismantle the energetic structures of control that have bound humanity. Gatekeepers of sound and vibration. Sound and vibration are primary tools in shifting consciousness. Black Americans have historically been keepers of transformative sound, from spirituals and blues to jazz, hip-hop, and beyond. These are not just genres, but forms of spiritual technology that encode resistance, elevation, and timeline shifts. The awakening will involve an activation of new frequencies, and those attuned to sound, like singers, musicians, poets, orators, will be at the forefront of this energetic shift. Masters of duality, integration, and esoteric thought. True mastery comes from integrating opposites, light and dark, past and future, suffering and liberation. The Black American soul experience embodies this integration, having been forced to navigate both deep ancestral pain and immense creative and spiritual power. This is why Black Americans are often at the center of global movements, setting energetic blueprints that others unconsciously follow. Where do we go from here? The Fibonacci spiral timeline represents the artificial matrix, one of forced cycles, karmic entrapment, and illusion. The crystal spiral timeline represents organic ascension, divine will, and sovereign consciousness. Right now, these two spirals are separating, meaning individuals and groups must consciously choose which reality they align with. For Black Americans, this means shedding generational trauma and programming that keeps them in loops of oppression, fear, or inferiority, reclaiming their spiritual heritage beyond colonial religions and distorted teachings, understanding that their power is not in reaction but in creation, choosing a new paradigm rather than fighting against an old one, activating their unique role in the awakening, whether through spirituality, leadership, artistry, or community building.
Listen, some of y'all gonna look at this and be like, this guy is cocky. I don't care, that's your business. Being Black is my biggest flex and will always be my biggest flex. Bro, I don't think y'all understand, bro. There's a certain pizzazz, there's a certain je ne sais quoi, there's a certain quality that Black people have that it cannot be replicated nor duplicated. I know you're not supposed to look at yourself as being superior to anybody, and I thank God for continuously helping me be able to work on that. But I damn sure don't look at myself as being inferior to anybody. Are you crazy? And before you know it, catch me in a place where there's not a lot of Black people. Oh yeah, I'm about to really give y'all a show. And I don't even gotta do much. Let me just pull up in there, bro. I wish some of y'all would just follow me around for like 30 minutes and you will see, bro. But it's hard for me to verbalize. I don't walk into any place looking at myself as beneath anybody. I don't care who you are, but I respect everybody across the board. I don't care how rich you are, what your title, or I don't care how poor or whatever. I respect but I'll be damned if you think I'm gonna put myself as somebody beneath you. Are you crazy? Those days of putting anybody above us are over. That's our grandfather, great-great-great-grandfather in them generation. If you're looking for that train, if you're looking for that boat, it has sailed away and left the station. And listen, whatever personal conflict or vendetta that somebody has against me because of the way I look, that's between you and God. I promise you I don't care. If you think I'm going to walk around on this earth being apologetic or playing small, you got something coming for you. And I feel sorry for you because you're going to struggle. You're going to suffer. I'm going to strive the way that God intended me to. Tap in, bro.
Black people make eye contact with one another when we see white people out in public doing something crazy. It's one of the many beautiful connections we have as Black people. I love laughing while Black. Don't nobody laugh harder than somebody Black. I love that when Black people having a game night, we pull out spades. I love that when Black people ask, do you know how to play spades? We not asking, do you just know how the game go? We asking, do you play? And if you don't play, go sit over there. I love how dramatic and animated we are when we tell a story. It ain't got to be talking about nothing, but we good at it. Y'all wonder why Tyler Perry movie's so dramatic. He Black.
When we talking about the global stage, the leader of the most trends, the creators to the most trends, the trendsetters of the world, a lot of people like to say America got it. America got it when it comes to that, right? But in my opinion, as a Haitian girly, y'all got to be more specific. It's not America. It's African Americans. African Americans. And we're not talking about the people who patented the trend. Because if we're going to be honest, A lot of our trends derive from Africa. The roots are in Africa. We're talking about the people who make it pop. We're talking about the people who put their little spin on it, and it's their little spin that the rest of the world wants to copy. All of that belongs to African Americans. Give them their credit. Now, I say all of that in response to the current controversy that's surrounding a very popular streamer. His name is Chosenness. He's of Trinidadian and Haitian descent. And in one of his past streams, he took to get into the chat and explaining that his belief was that African American and Black people did not have any culture. Obviously, we could tell that that is a very ignorant statement. But one thing that was actually starting to get under my skin was a lot of you Caribbean kids acting as though we were not all brought up on that same mindset. Acting as though we were not brought up off that same mindset. Y'all are in the comments talking about how he's so ignorant. And while a lot of us, me included, we re-educated ourselves. We reconditioned ourselves. Just like they heard bad stuff about us, we heard bad stuff about them. And if you just take away the African part and everything that Kai was saying, he's correct. Especially when we're talking about the Americans that are descendants of pilgrims. The American people who are the descendants of the pilgrims, the British pilgrims that came over here, they do not, in fact, have any culture. He wasn't wrong. He was wrong when he said African Americans, and it was ignorant on his part. Let's be honest. Like I said, African Americans are the trendsetters of the world. They are. Even if something was already going on, the minute an African American person gets their hands on it, they make that shit fire every single time. Like, you got to give credit where credit is due. Right now, I live in Brooklyn, Flatbush. My lingo, African American. African American. My style, African American. You feel me? You feel me? Like, African American. Everything. A lot of the things that they do, soul food, that came from slaves having to turn scraps into fucking 5-course meals. You feel me? 5-star course meals, to the point where now chitlins is considered a delicacy. Y'all was literally feeding these Black people here in America shit, and they turned that shit into gold, to the point where now it's a fucking delicacy. This is what I mean by African American people are the fucking trendsetters. Like, we got to give credit where credit is due. They are. But please stop acting like, especially to the Caribbean kids who have now grown up, if you're a millennial, do not act like you wasn't taught that same type of rhetoric growing up. It's now that we've gotten older, we realize it's not the African Americans. It was never the African Americans. It's the Americans that are of British pilgrimage fucking descent. They are the ones that have no fucking culture. But the African Americans, oh baby, they got it. They got it.
If you're a Black person, give yourself a pat on the back. I just want to say I love us. As a person who love dance so much, I be sitting here and I be watching these battles with Red Bull and everything and all these other cultures that step up to the plate to battle. And I realize that they have literally taken our shit and implemented it into their cultures. Hip hop, rap, however you want to call it, break dancing, ticking, hip hop dancing, that's all us. So anytime you turn on the TV and you see a Korean girl rapping or a Indian girl dancing to one of our songs or somebody in another country break dancing, remember that is us. That is us. That is nobody but African Americans, descendants of slaves. We are the only race in this world that has been able to transpire everywhere. Everybody want to rap. Everybody want to be a part of hip hop culture. Everybody wants to hip hop dance. Everybody wants to Vogue. Everybody wants to house dance. That's us. That is literally us. And if no one else tells you that, I'm proud to be a part of a culture that no one ever thought would get this far. The only culture that's been able to, like, they've been able to make a stamp in every part of the world. Even though they don't acknowledge it, it's still us. That's all.
Let's be honest. If you check how these white people actually praise Black people, you will know that there is something special about Black. You understand? Check the life of a white person that grew up in a Black community, and check the life of a Black person that grew up in the white community. You're going to see the difference. The difference is going to be clear. And that's why I feel like no matter what these people are actually trying to impose, trying to make the black community not to stand up, not to own up, not to be able to rise, no matter how they're trying to bury histories, no matter how they're trying to destroy what actually make American, the blacks aren't giving up. Even when they rise their tariffs, the blacks aren't giving up. You understand? Even when you see that, oh, there is high cost of grocery in the economy, most people that usually come out to cry, wail, are the white people. You can see that black people are strong people. You can see that black people are special people. You understand? You are special. You are love. You are the kindness. You are sweet. If you're watching this as a black American, I just wanted to type and represent in my comment section and said, we will rise no matter what. It doesn't matter what we are going through now, right? It doesn't matter what our eyes is seeing now. It doesn't matter when you look as if our histories cannot be recognized. But as far as I'm concerned, you guys are the strongest. You guys are the sweetest. Own it up to yourself. Hit your chest. Remind yourself who you are. A lot of them are jealous of you. They can't go through all of this same thing you're going through and think that they're going to come out strong. Who are they? You understand? That is why you see white people also come and talk about, oh, this is why we actually do not like these people. Now, if you check reasons why they're saying, oh, we do not like blacks, you understand? Or this is not their land. They're not the settlers. They are the immigrants. You find out that it's because they're scared of the power that you have as a black person. They're scared of that thing that you have inside of you, that once you get to that place, you are going to pick up. Do you know how many black people they've been laying off of job just because of their skin color? Oh my God, you are special. If you're watching this video, subscribe, like, comment, and share. Like I said, we are all one, no matter what, coming from east, west, north, and south. We are one. Nobody's debating it, right? But we just have to pull out this video here so that you should know that no matter what, the black people will rise. Anyways, if you have not subscribed, subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you so much for always supporting my videos. I do not take you guys for granted. God bless you guys. Thank you for 90 subscribers. I really appreciate. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. With no further ado, I do have, like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be safe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye for now. Oh, black people.